No one is immune to the effects of prenatal exposure to alcohol. We are all affected in one way or the other by FASD, fetal alcohol spectrum disorders. FASD does not just affect the individuals that must live with the disabilities. While our lives are difficult, the effects of alcohol runs much deeper than that. The effects of alcohol touches every living person, community, race, country, government, legal system, and every other aspect of human life and existence. Throughout my lifetime, short period of time it might be, has been shaped by the many effects of this legal drug. I must live with many physical disabilities as well as organic brain damage, but the effects run far deeper than my own disabilities. It has affected my family as well. Growing up in a drug and alcohol addicted home, I have been exposed to many illicit and immoral activities. I have been mentally, physically, and sexually abused, as well as exposed to pornography and prostitutes. Without prenatal exposure to alcohol, none of these events would have ever taken place. My own personal experience with the legal system in actuality was very minimal. I have never been arrested for the illegal activities that I have taken part in. I was also one of the kids that fell through the cracks of the social system. Living in an abusive home, I learned early on that speaking out and asking for help was out of the question. I tried twice and paid a very heavy price for my actions. My organic brain damage played a large role in my illicit activities. If I was not cognitively impaired, I would have never committed the crimes in the first place. I have broken into houses to steal food, and I have shoplifted from stores. I did not see any other way to survive. I did what was absolutely necessary, even though I knew what I was doing was illegal and immoral. Growing up in a home that was filled with sexually inappropriate activities, my perception of normal was different than those of my peers. Having organic brain damage, I am prone to becoming a victim, but also more likely to commit the offense that has caused me so much pain. This may not be something I intend to do. I may have misunderstood a social interaction, said something that was offensive or inappropriate, or simply acted on impulse. These scenarios are not uncommon. I have seen them many times over in my family. There are so many possible outcomes that could have taken place. There is a high probability that I could have become a father at a young age, or have someone use sex to manipulate me. There are so many possible outcomes that could have and would have taken place if I had not left the situation. We cannot begin to imagine how FASD can affect a person's life and how much damage can be caused by organic brain damage. It is hard for people to imagine that someone simply does not understand the most basic concepts like right from wrong, or how a person cannot learn from the consequences of their actions. Those who live without cognitive impairment take for granted the skills that many live without. FASD has played a large role in my exposure to the social and legal systems as well as the dirty underbelly of human sexuality and criminal activity. I am sad to say my case is in no way unique. It is far too common for my own comfort. The ripple effect of alcohol does not touch everyone in the same way. There is no way to predict the possible outcomes from prenatal exposure to alcohol.